Oh, I hear a little rattle. It must mean it's time to start the day. It's Wednesday. We're up here in Maine. We're with Cass's mom, Marie.
Yeah.
We're calling ourselves the Quad Pod these next few days. We're chilling. Thanks for joining us. It's the come up.
Boom.
Ay, ay, ay.
Ay, ay.
Ooh, I don't even know what it is I'm smoking here, but it's working.
That's medical marijuana.
Whoa.
It's perfect for Wake and Bake Wednesday.
Oh, this is Wake and Bake Wednesday. See, I forget.
I got that from the dispensary.
Yeah, how has life been up in Maine since you are able to buy legal weed?
It's great. It's not as well developed a category here as it is on the West Coast. So the branding and the product forms aren't as sophisticated. However, it's very nice to be able to go into a store and buy a product like that, the beverage that I get that I really love, and I hardly ever smoke anymore. I do that drink. It's so nice.
Wow.
You know.
Yeah, Cass got faded on that thing last night.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's really, I think, and the pricing of medical and recreational is really, really different. And I have a card for medical because of my many conditions because I'm so elderly. Ha. And anyway, so, but the liquid is 100 milligrams of THC and it's $15 for like
Oh,
that
that's a good deal.
jar.
That's
And
a good
it's
deal.
$30 at the recreational store. So that's how much they whack you with tax. So for me, it's worth driving a little bit further to get that.
Yeah, damn.
You
We're
know?
we're really still in the dark ages in New York by comparison. Even though it's legal, we're in the gray area where people like us can sell weed in in Washington Square Park.
You know,
But there's no nice products.
you were talking about like the tradition of like getting drunk and stuff before Thanksgiving, and for my family, it was like sitting around drinking scotch. You know,
Yeah.
and I think that when families, you know, almost every family that I know, somebody goes a whack with alcohol, and it can ruin something, an evening and a holiday or whatever. So I don't think weed does that the same way.
Yeah,
No.
well, if you take it too far, you just kind of take yourself out.
Right.
With alcohol, you oftentimes can take yourself out by taking it too far, but there's a chance that you got that extra level of strength and maybe aggressiveness or excitement or lack of inhibitions that may just wanting you to talk about politics around the table or something.
And the thing is, I think some people, not necessarily families, I don't think it's a family thing, but mix Coke and alcohol.
Oh yeah.
And they can get real aggressive and
Yeah, I mean, if it might be, I don't know if it's a family thing or not. It's part of my family tradition, at least my extended family. I'm like, when do you stop doing Coke and alcohol? I mean, Jesus Christ, everyone's pushing 70 at this point. It's like, how do you keep this going? It's the same bullshit conversation from 1984 just continuing.
I
and
think
it's
for some
crazy.
people the point of cocaine is so you just can stay awake and keep drinking.
Yeah,
So.
exactly. But yeah, our tradition, like I was saying before we were recording, our tradition is, you know, go meet up with everyone that you haven't seen since high school the night before Thanksgiving because you're back home, and it's always a nightmare. It's, you know, some of the foggiest, worst, weirdest nights of my life, and it's part of the tradition is someone gets a DWI and, you know, almost ruins their life, and that haunts them for years. That, you know.
I've never been with anyone who got a DWI.
Oh my God, I know so many people with DWIs. I know somebody that just recently got one that's like a family man and really should know better and has a really good job, and I think you might get fired because of it.
This is a good
crazy.
morning PSA. Is like, if you're going to be consuming
Yeah.
alcohol this weekend or week, this
Don't
holiday
fucking
week,
drive.
and
It's
you
just
got to look
not
out for
worth it.
your
It's not worth
friends and family members too.
And we'll have a more fun conversation tomorrow.
For
But
Thanksgiving.
But I think that it is a good thing to be mindful of, you know, mixing, you know, alcohol and drugs and driving is not a good idea.
I haven't drank in so long that I don't even consider that as a warning to myself. But in the days surrounding holidays like this, and even holiday weekends any time of year, I'm always weary of us going on the road after a certain hour. Yeah. Like, because you could see people, like, you're like, wow, that person's fucking toasted.
Well, people need to medicate. They're around their families, and like it's also something that people can like do convivially together
Ooh.
until it like kind of passes a threshold where it's not so convivial anymore, and then you all of a sudden you remember this slight that they did to you, like you know, like you said,
you
while
wake up
back.
on Thanksgiving morning with a black eye, and you're like, what happened? It's like, you got in a fight with Uncle Tony.
But there are some people in your family, or at least in the like my days, that you know that one of the things is when you see that person, you're going to drink a lot.
Absolutely, that's what I thought Cass was just going to say. Yeah,
It's just
exactly.
gonna happen.
Yeah, you resort to, whenever you first met that person, you see the relationships just go back to that,
Well, because it is fun. You guys can have this rose-colored glasses. You can get nostalgia together. It's all these past experiences. I feel like it can be like kind of a shortcut to bonding and stuff like that. So it's useful, but I think it's much more fulfilling, I guess, to take the long road towards deeper family connection.
My aunts love to get a few in them and express their love to me, because normally they're just expressing how much they hate my liberal ass, or what they think I'm liberal. They don't realize who I am, but
You're like, I'm no shit lib.
I'm no shit lib, trust me. But they get a few in them around the holidays, and they're like, "You were the first grandchild. You were so beautiful." I'm like, "Oh, thanks. You're being nice to me once a year." After a few glasses of white Zinfandel.
It can help.
Yeah.
You can all of a sudden look very shiny, Sean.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
You're like, oh, you're so sweet and shiny.
Well, yeah, because I'm not drinking white Zinfandel. And they're like, whoa, look how shiny that guy is.
Well, this will be fun. Thanks for having us up in Maine, Mom.
This is the best. It's such, it just means the world to me. And I'm grateful that you three have joined me. Really am.
Oh, it's so fun.
We had so much fun in the summer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this will be just
totally
as good.
different experience this time, too,
This will be cozier.
I
We'll
feel-
have fires.
I feel like we take different shifts. Like Mare's the morning shift of hanging out, and then I come in.
Yeah.
It's true, and then I'm the late night, like, shutting down the TV, hanging out. Yeah, it's good when there's three of us, like you said last time. When it's just the two of us, it's morose. The mayor brings some levity and laughter.
I think that
funny.
I will. I wouldn't have said morose.
You did say morose.
You did say morose. I would not have forgotten it,
It was good.
Because I think that's the first time anybody's used that word directly at me. I think I've really heard that word books and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
I said
I said morose.
And
And then I thought about it for a second. I was
you said me and Cass.
You're
When it's
right.
just us two, sometimes it can get morose.
Oh yeah, well, that I get.
We bring Mayor in like a ray of sunshine.
I think I was trying to make the point about how much I appreciate the injection of laughter into the household when you guys are around. 'Cause
yeah.
I didn't feel like you guys laughed a lot. I'll be honest with you.
Cass is a tough audience. I'm always trying, And if someone's not laughing
You're
when I'm
always
trying, I am always trying. And if someone's not laughing when I'm trying, I seem like a stumbling, bumbling idiot. You know what I mean? So Mayor helps us too. Like, I'm like,
And
"Look
in
how funny."
Cassie's defense, I'm just going to say, if you were trying to be funny, I missed it too.
Oh, no, I know. I know what makes Cass laugh. I know how to get Cass to crack up. I just have to humiliate myself in some way.
Well, it is Thanksgiving, so if you want to be generous,
Yeah.
Should we do a Buddha wisdom?
Yeah.
Cassie brought these cards, and I'm sure all the words are good. If I'm gonna should I just?
Oh,
pick
this
one?
one's
Yeah.
the divine feminine. This one's a little different than the other one.
Cassie, why don't you pick one?
All right.
And I'm gonna ask you to read it unless you want me to change my glasses.
She's like, oh no, it's bad.
No, I can read. I'm joking. It's a joke. Purify the mind with wholesome thoughts. Calmness arises.
That's a good one. I think we're getting so coarse and crude. And I think that once in a while taking a break from it is a good thing. And part of that is just cleaning it up a little bit. Once in a while. You don't have to do it all the time. You can always go back to porn or whatever.
But just wholesome every now and then. Wholesome good times.
Well, you should expect, like, don't expect the worst. Like, see people, especially in your family, if you're visiting family again, like, see their best qualities. Like, have the wholesome feelings about them. Remember the good things, that the ways, be grateful. The ways that they've been generous towards you or loving towards you, or the things about them that you're grateful for, the way they see the world. There's so many reasons to have wholesome thoughts towards the people you're closest to.
Yeah.
And if nothing else, just remember this: you don't have to buy presents and wrap them up for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's a nice thing.
That's
to
a
show
good
up.
one.
Yeah, or any holiday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Set the bar low.
Stop buying stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Stop buying clothes. Stop buying jewelry. Stop consuming.
Yeah.
that's a good one for our Friday episode.
Yeah, we should delve into that one a little bit more on Friday.
Let's bring this economy to a screeching halt as soon as we can.
Yeah.
Well, if we organize and leverage our labor, we could change the conditions of some people's lives. It would be a good thing, I think. But
Yeah.
it starts with that. We talk about that all the time, is kind of ridding yourself of the consumerist mindset.
We have enough clothes. We could just shut down all factories right now.
Yeah.
You know what the most controversial opinion of mine is? We have enough roads.
Roads.
We have enough roads.
Yeah. They
You
need
can
to be
mad
taken
at me
care
about
of.
that, but
We
we have enough roads.
Let's just take care of the ones we have. Let's be good to them.
Yeah.
You know.
Aren't we supposed to have cars in the sky by now?
I remember growing up watching the Jetsons.
That's too much freedom.
The Jetsons, I was like, man, yeah, the future is like gonna
Imagine,
be crazy.
like what kind of hit and runs there'd be if you could fly a car.
Yeah, I think just logistically, it's like too complicated for them to even think about how they would like systematize something in the air. I mean, that's what we're all trying to figure out on so many different levels just right now collectively. And talking about like vehicles in the air, like we can't even control them on the ground.
Yeah,
You
on
know-
this plane.
Yeah, which is very stable.
You know when they say like, well, if there was like all this advanced intelligence, we'd know more about it and whatever. There we'd
Yeah.
see more like occupied planets like Earth.
Yeah.
But what happens probably is like you evolve so much that you create this technology where you're in your car flying and you've got lasers and stuff.
Yeah.
And you just all waste each other because it's so much fun, just shooting lasers and.
I wish they gave us that much power. It's
Vaporize.
just going to be one group of people doing that to everybody,
Yeah,
vaporizing
yeah.
everybody. And that's kind of what's happening anyways.
Democratize the vapors.
But I do think that we're going to totally give up independent driving, and that's going to be like a huge.
I can't wait.
People are going to hate it. People are
You
going
think
to
people are gonna hate it?
Oh, because a car is like American freedom.
Oh, yeah,
to
that's
drive
true.
your car,
Yeah.
to go anywhere,
To decide if you're gonna take that fucking
and you've
detour.
had that feeling. Too.
That's what they're
like,
going
I
to
have
do.
a car.
That's
like,
what they're going to do. Just like they have like the highways that are all toll, and then there's the other roads. They have
Yeah.
that in Texas. They
Yeah.
could do that where there's like, okay, this is the driverless driver road, and this is you assholes who are still
I don't
duking
think
it
they're going to
out, or
entertain
vice
that
versa.
though.
Yeah.
I think it's just going to be one of those forced switches. But I do think it's going to be good because I think driving is one of those jobs robots can do a lot better than we can.
Well, we'll look back at these times as like horse and carriage times.
Yeah, totally.
Imagine, because
you drove yourself.
our ride up here, because one of us always has to be driving and we're engaged and we're all kind of keeping an eye on the road.
Yeah.
It's so exhausting.
Yeah.
If there's automatic driving,
Right.
literally it's a party mobile.
Oh,
Every
yeah.
windows tinted out.
Oh,
the
yeah.
whole thing's
So
a bed.
fun.
You know
So
what I
fun.
mean? Yeah, I'll take us to
And-
Albuquerque,
and the-
take us wherever. So program the thing and just have our continuing party.
And the safety. Like,
Yeah.
I've personally been in a couple gnarly car accidents. And, like, you can magnetize cars so that literally, like, the polarization of them, like,
Yeah.
makes it impossible for them to hit
Yeah.
each other and stuff. Like, there's so many things that you can do to just save us from ourselves.
And we'll be able to go much faster. Think about
Yes.
how much faster we can
Yes.
go
Yes.
once there's no
Oh,
accidents.
totally.
See, I'm
Totally.
surprised that you're for this, Mayor.
The
it kind of
technology
surprises me.
we already have the technology.
Well,
to do
because
this.
I know that the sense of freedom you get from driving is just an illusion.
Right.
Yeah.
I've graduated from
There's other ways to
from
gain your
actually
freedom.
thinking that's actual freedom. It's not.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
the illusion of
exactly.
freedom.
Yeah, I think cars are kind of enslaving. You've got to.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like you've got to pay for them and fix
It's another
them.
house.
And
It's another little house here.
yeah,
Isn't it,
that's
kind of?
it is. It's a lot, and
They will figure out how to price this exactly the same, so you still have that $500 a month thing.
Ugh.
You know,
Yeah.
that's the worst, because that's what they're
true,
going to
'cause
try to take
we
away.
shouldn't pay for it.
They're going to take away car ownership as a thing. Even
Well,
it's
that's
just going
what
to
I
be all
mean.
like
That's what I mean.
Uber type things.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Yeah.
wonder how
Just
they'll
like white.
well, how they'll
Little-
deal with like sports cars and stuff like that.
Well, that's an interesting topic because then it would not be another system of like value that people could show off in. Because if we were all just driving like pods around that were not like,
Yeah.
you know, there wasn't like this pod's cooler than that pod, then yeah, it's not like a realm that you can play with your ego in, kind of, which is interesting and relieving, but also people would be sad.
That's what people would be sad to give up.
Definitely.
There'll be like gun
to
ranges.
show off.
They'll have like tracks so you can go around or like where you race.
Or you can deck out. Well, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
They're
Do we
you're just
need
gonna have to show
bulletproof
up-
glass?
Oh, that's going to be nice. That would be
Oh,
a nice touch.
I'm sure it will be bulletproof.
Oh well, that's what
And here in America.
the Elon Musk
America.
one is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
sees
that's
the
where we're
future.
going. That's where we're going. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Yeah.
A driverless, bulletproof future.
That'll actually be interesting. You're going
think-
down the highway, tooling down the highway, and you're in like cruise party mode with your bulletproof glass. And then there's this other dude, and he's got like sports car mode, and he's like all jacked up on coke or something.
Yeah. Convertible, top down. He's just doing coke.
And he's like, everybody else is like, yeah, they're taking shots at the slow pokes, you know, get out of my lane.
This could happen. This could be in the next 10 years.
I think they're going to create technology too that's like powerful magnet technology so that it makes guns inferior so that like when you're shot at, you can somehow control like the force of a gunshot because your magnets are so powerful. And then they're going to like laser technology is going to take over everything. And then the people, you have to have millions and millions of dollars to have lasers. They're like the most expensive thing in the world. And that is going to be the thing that people are going to use for like power and domination is laser technology.
Do you think, how soon do you think that will be?
I think it's already here like in my lifetime.
Somebody's got this laser already.
I know the first step is to tell you it's a good toy for your cat. That's where I got in trouble.
Oh
That's
yeah.
how they normalize it.
Right? I mean,
This is another good PSA.
Is this another good PSA? Because this disturbed me when Marie told me about
this
it
is a
genuinely.
But it
really
makes sense.
important PSA.
Well, and it makes me feel like our cat's that smart. So continue on, Marie.
Don't tease your cat with a laser. It's not good for
Lasers
them.
are not good for them. It can make them kind of psychotic, and you don't know. You don't want to take that risk. Some cats can deal with it, but they see the whole beam, and and then they never catch it. They don't understand that it's off. So that my cat, for instance, he would jump up the walls, and there are claw marks way up high there from where he jumped and was grabbing it because he was trying to get that because I had been doing that. He thought it was in the wall, and he hadn't had it for like a week, and he's still jumping at it. Actually, months later,
Haunted by the beam.
he still
Haunted by the
scratches
beam.
that wall, going for the beam. It's over a year since he's had a laser.
Imagine the human equivalent of that. Imagine you saw a ghost or something like that, for a few months, and it was clear as day to you, and you chased it around, and then all of a sudden it was gone.
Yeah,
Probably
I
claw
mean,
marks around here too.
I was running on the ceiling, up and down the walls, up and down the hallway and stuff like that. And he was going crazy. He was throwing himself against the wall. That's how that game with that little thing started, because he would run down the hallway, throw himself up against the wall and flip kind of off of it. And I'm like, I got to at least give him a toy so I don't feel like he's just like killing himself, throwing himself against the wall. Really, don't give your cat a laser. It never goes away out of their head.
Just be
It's
good
so
to
weird.
animals. Just think about them.
They're not people. Fuck up your kids that way,
Yeah.
not your
That's
cat.
one thing. That's one thing. Don't
Definitely.
Buy your kid the laser car.
don't
or
get another
whatever.
species involved with our karma and all that shit. Well,
yeah, it's like, sorry, before we go, just
I don't give a shit.
no, fuck it, we can go. Let's go.
No,
Let's
say
get
it.
out of
No,
here.
come on.
No, it's really unimportant.
All right. Well, this has been a pleasure. It's another lovely edition of the Come Up. you know.
We're
We don't-
coming to you, the quad pod from Maine.
Yeah, we don't have Plinky with us. We're trying to do this to just be there for people. It was a temptation in our hearts to not do this for these days, but I think we should be there for people. And thanks for joining us. You're there for us.
You don't ever know who is spending the holiday alone and is looking for some comfort from a familiar and friendly voice.
Absolutely.
So
Oh,
that call somebody.
Yeah, call somebody. And if you want to hop on our Discord, there's a lot of friends there. That thing's going 24/7. That's patreon.com/churchofchill. We just put up a really cool podcast that we did on the ride up here. That's a nice long one. So if you need company.
And if you are alone, just celebrate the beauty of your own company.
Yeah, alone is an illusion. You're surrounded by spirits, including us. So
Yeah.
you can't escape.
We'll see you tomorrow, y'all. Thanksgiving.
Can we do a big smile at the camera?
Big smile.